Alright, so welcome to this first module, which is Dynamics 365 for Sales. And in this video, you will learn important terminologies of Dynamics 365 for Sales. It is very important for you to understand the basic terms of the application. So when I show you the application, you will be able to relate and you will be able to learn that quickly. Right? So let's talk about Dynamics 365 for Sales important terms. So the first term we have is accounts. You must have seen under customers, you have accounts, right? So account is an organization. So whenever you are working with a company, so as you know, the CRM application will be used to work with your customers and increase sales and boost customer experience. So these are the customers that are stored in accounts, right? So this includes like customer, you can also have vendor, you can have partner, you can have affiliates or many other options which you are dealing with. Okay, so these are the companies that will do business with you. So all the companies you store in accounts. Next is the contact. So as I said, in accounts you store the organization or companies. In contacts you store individuals. Okay, so it can be like if you are into B2C, business to consumer business, then your end customers are not companies, your end customers are individuals. So what you will do, you will create all your customers who are individuals in the contact entity. And you can also associate a contact with the account. So for example, you're dealing with a company called XYZ Limited. Okay, XYZ Limited is a company, but you will be talking to some of the individual person in the company, right? So it can be a CEO, it can be a purchasing manager, or it can be any other person. So that person you will store as a contact in the contacts entity. Then you can associate a contact with the particular account. For example, Mr. John with XYZ Limited. Okay, so you can associate maximum with one account through the contact form. Of course, you may be talking to multiple people in a company for a business, right? So those kind of people you can store in contacts and associate them with the company. The next is the lead. A lead is a prospect. Now it can be a potential customer who has not become your customers yet. It means they have not done the business with you. It's a fresh lead that you're getting, right? They may be interested. So it's a prospect. Or it can be a potential sale from the existing customers who is already doing business with you, and there's a new product that you have introduced, and now you go to the customer and say that, hey, this is something we have introduced and I hope that this is something can really help you in your business. Then that can be a potential sale. So whenever you get any inquiry, you go to some event and you exchange business cards and understand that what they are looking for, you can consider that business card and the information of the person as a lead, because they might be looking for some product or service that your company sell, right? So that is considered as a lead, and that is the first step in the sales process. The next terminology is an opportunity. So an opportunity is a potential sale where the lead is a prospect. So you may exchange like 100 business cards in an event, but out of which only 7, 10 or maybe 15 people who are really interested in your service, right? So those we will qualify as opportunities. So opportunity is a potential sale and it includes a lead that is almost ready to buy. Okay, so once you qualify the lead, it automatically converts to an opportunity, or also you can manually create an opportunity. Plus, this must have an account or a contact. So you must know that for which contact or for which customer this sale is going to be, right? And also you identify the needs of the customer and propose the solution based on their requirements. Next is the quote. The quote is the next step of the sales process where you send the details to the prospect. So when you have captured the information in an opportunity, you identify their needs, you propose a solution, but you have not given the details to them, right? So this is a formal document to the prospect or customer, which includes like what kind of product or service that you're proposing, what is the quantity of that product or service, what will be the pricing, the payment terms, and other information. So this document, you send it to the prospect or the potential customer, and once they are okay, they give you the order. Quotation you can create from the opportunity, or you can directly start from the quotation process itself, right? The next one is the orders. So order is a confirmation from the customer on purchasing your product or services. You have sent a quotation to the prospect or potential customer. So they say, okay, what you have shared with us in a quote, we like it, and now we want to continue, or we want to work with you, right? So how do we do that? It's a confirmation from the customer on purchasing your services. You can create an order from a quote, or you can also manually create it for an existing customer. The next one is the invoices. So once the customer has given the order, now it's time for you to deliver the services or product that you have promised them. And after that, you will generate invoice to bill customer. Okay, so you have sent a product to them, they say everything is good, then you send an invoice to bill the customer so they can make payment, right? So it is sent to the customer after the order fulfillment, and it can also be created manually to bill any customer or from the order itself. The next important term is competitors. So it's a place where you capture all your competitors. So for example, you are dealing in a kind of service, say Microsoft Dynamics 365 implementation, and there's a other company who is also doing the similar thing. So that is considered as your competitor, right? So capture them in the sales process so you can keep track of what they are doing, and you can identify what are their strengths, what are their weaknesses, and based on that you can strategize your sales process, which can ultimately help you win the deal against your competitor, right? So you capture all the competitor details in this particular section. The next one is the sales literature. So it's a centralized repository for sales related documents. When your salesperson are going in the field or maybe working with your prospects or customers, they would need some material handy which they can share with the prospect or customer, right? So these include like brochures, product guides, competitor information, pricing and discount lists, sales document. So they can be any other documents that will help your sales team. In the sales literature, you store all those documents. The next thing is product catalog. So a product catalog is a collection of products and their pricing information. So whatever your company is selling to the customer, you capture those product details in the product catalog. So it is a collection of products as well as the pricing information, like what you will charge to the customer for the particular product. So you can create families, bundles, and products. So products are individual items, or bundles is a group of products that you can sell together to the customer, or the families basically explains that what are the common properties those product has, which you can define during the setup. You also define what is a unit group, how this product will be measured. It's in kgs, it's in pieces, it's in pounds, like based on those you have unit groups, or maybe like number of hours, right? So those are the unit groups. Next is a price list. So how you're going to charge your customers for the product, that is the price list. And also the discount list. So based on the number of items they are selecting, so if they purchase 5, there is no discount. If they purchase 6 to 10, there is a 10% discount. Or if they purchase 10 plus, there's a 15% discount. So those kind of things you can capture in discount list here. So it's a very important place in Dynamics 365. The next one is the goals. Now, when you're working with the sales, you have team, right? Sales team. And that sales team must have a target to achieve, right? If they don't have a target, then everybody will do their own stuff. So goals help companies to identify what their target is for individual salespeople, and also keep track of the progress on achieving the revenue. So here you define the goal details, then who this goal is for. Is it a sales manager, individual person, or it's a salesperson, right? Then what is the goal period type? Is it a quarterly, monthly, yearly? What is the type of goal? Then what is the revenue target for that particular period that that person needs to achieve? And it also shows that actual revenue. So how much they have already achieved from the goal and how much they are yet to achieve. So those things you can see in the goals section. You also have something called goal matrix. So goal matrix explain how the goal number or the figure is measured, right? So you define the goal matrix name, then you define that how it will be measured. Is it in the count or is it in the amount? For example, you're giving a goal to the salesperson, then you need to give it in an amount, right? So you need to achieve $100,000 in this quarter. So that is the amount. Similarly, in the case of customer service, you need to resolve these many cases. So that is the number of counts. So a support engineer should be able to resolve 50 cases in this quarter. So that is the count matrix type. And you can also create rollup fields for calculations and applying different filters so that you can get the actual information. So these are the important terms you must be aware of. I hope you get the idea, and it'll be easy for you to see when we actually go into the application in the next video. So that's it for this video, and I will see you in the next video tutorial.